Hello again to the channel Building Network. Welcome to all the social economic networkers worldwide. Today in Building Network we will talk about the topic consult with your upline. This is point 8 of the 9 steps of duplication. It is precisely defined in our guide to success. It is one of the most important concepts. When we teach the new sponsor from the start, use the guide to success to continually review what measures you are taking so that you can verify the measures you are performing are in line with our principles and our corporate cultures of social economic networkers, whether they are habitual to consult with your upline as well as mainly with your sponsor. In the network marketing industry, there's a big difference between an enroller and a sponsor. In network marketing, in multi-level marketing, it is quite usually to register a person with a product package information and company literature. Then you leave him up to God. You neglect the person. No follow-up actions will be taken. It's about teaching the steps that need to be taken so that a new team member has the opportunity to succeed. This step number 8 is very important. It can lead to our new team member making as few mistakes as possible in the initial phase. We know that in the first 90 days, many of these new enrolled people will leave this industry. One of the main reasons why they leave the business is that they don't get the great results in the first 90 days or just don't know what to do because they make so many mistakes. Many people get discouraged. They lose confidence in what this business opportunity can mean for their lives. The mistake was that no sponsor was there to teach them how to continually consult with the sponsor. So let's get into today's topic. Consult with your sponsor. Check everything. This is important because it allows us to give instructions on how to take the right actions so that a new team member can get results as quickly as possible. It is important that you are able to consult with your sponsor. Achieving this habit is critical as you continuously evaluate how the new team member is developing. Apart from that, it gives the sponsor the opportunity to guide him through, let's say, various actions the new team member has to take to achieve the expected results. One of the most common mistakes is that we don't work with the new team member closely. It takes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, up to a year or even more, and we do not sit down to assess the progress of the new team member to see about the goals he or she wants to achieve. Our company offers us a number of reports such as detailed data, useful information, statistics that can guide us. The new team member can therefore see how his numbers are growing and where he is in relation to his goal. There are 2 important reports among others. One of them is the target ring report and the other one is the annual overview, the annual summary, which you can upload via 4Life website. These 2 reports are available to you. They offer very, very good information to know how far the new team member has come in relation to his set goal. This means in the target report you can see what volume you are moving in your first 3 levels, what volume you are moving in your organization, how much of this volume has been moved by your personally enrolled team members, how much of your lines and how much volume has been moved by the people you have registered. In other words, you can see the volume of the first 3 levels, the total volume of your organization, and the volume that each team member is moving. On the other hand, you have this yearly summary report. That offers us important information. Together, this gives us clarity about how the new team member develops its relationship to the set goal. The summary report tells us the following. How many people are registered in your company? How many of those registered people are active? What is the percentage of activity? What is the percentage of the people who stay in business? How many new team members were registered this month? How much volume was moved at each level of your organization? The entire organization volume. We also get information about how much volume has been moved month after month in the first 3 levels. In other words, these are reports that help us a lot to determine what our new team members are missing to achieve their goals. How many registrations are missing? How much volume is missing in the first 3 levels? How much total volume is missing? And how many additional lines are required to get on the target? Therefore, it is very important that we meet regularly with the new team members to teach them how to work in a team with your sponsor and how to evaluate a team. Because if we evaluate and sit down after reviewing the reports, we can draw up an action plan for the following months to achieve the goals, or at least be on the way to achieving it. It is very often the case that many networkers do not set goals. Therefore, there is no way of evaluating which goals are achieved or not in order to determine the measures that are necessary to achieve these goals. One of the most important meetings is the meeting to see how everything goes. The well-known evaluation meeting. Stephen R. Covey, in its book about strategic remarks, says that players who are really on the pitch are those who are starting to sit down together to evaluate the targets. Introducing target evaluations is the point where you can effectively see whether we are winning or whether we are losing, whether we are moving forward or still finding ourselves in the same place. Because of this, many people can be very active in this type of business, but not very productive. Because they don't sit down to evaluate the progress team members are making in their downlines to help and support them with steps and adjustments that should be taken so that they can stay on the right path and reach the goals. Another very important point that you should evaluate when you sit down with your team member are the daily actions, which are described in detail in our Guide to Success. With these actions, it is very important that each team member and you personally write down your daily actions. These actions include how many business presentations were held in home meetings during the whole month, how many one-on-one presentations have been carried out, how many times have I attended the weekly central meeting myself, how many new candidates have I contacted myself, how many invitations have I made, how many candidates to whom I presented the business presentation did I followed up. How many business plans, how many time did you take each week to listen to the audio, the recording of the week? How much time did you take to read a book that would help you to develop yourself as a good leader? In other words, when you sit down with your sponsor, it is very important to be able to evaluate these daily actions, because daily actions allow us to be able to realize our dreams, to achieve our goals and to be able to achieve our expected results. Nothing is achieved if you only understand what needs to be done. We ourselves, are the results of daily actions that we have practiced in this fabulous business project in the past years. Every action we take brings us closer to the goal we have set. Take the daily actions very, very seriously, as these actions are small steps towards your goals. They are small steps that brings you closer to your goal and your ability to continuously evaluate both your new team members and of course yourself, to continue deciding what measures are required to keep the growth in the organization. Therefore, we will use this important sheet, this important overview of the daily actions that we find in the Guide to Success. We recommend that you hand it over on a piece of paper, or as we have already introduced in different languages in Europe, to recommend to the team members on an annual action book of daily actions in which you can write down your daily results so that the new team members and you personally evaluate the results at the end of each week or at least of each month, and thus make the corrections in the actions that have not been made. In summary, it is important that you continuously consult your sponsor, your sponsorship line, and the Guide to Success. One of the most common mistakes made by many networkers is that you do the action first, making a lot of mistakes. That weakens your own organization, of course, and then you start consulting. Listen, there's always wisdom in the multitude of guides. For this reason, it is important that you consult with your sponsor and the Guide to Success so that you get into the habit of making as few mistakes as possible and reaching the goal quickly. Next week, we will develop the ninth step in our channel building network. Duplication is the key to freedom. The next edition will cover one of the most important points in the network marketing industry. How can you ensure that an entire consumer organization duplicates itself correctly? We will talk about the master plan, duplicate yourself. Well, we were very, very happy to see you here again in this edition. We hope you find this training up to your expectations. Don't forget to subscribe yourself to our channel and press the like sign. The whole Building Network team wants to thank you for your attention, and we wish you, all of the social economic networkers worldwide, continued success.